Are you working from home? And how is it going? Is there, are you having issues with staying focused? I know when I first got started, I did not know how to stay focused and get as much done as I wanted to. So, if there was a way, if I could show you a way to staying focused and staying in on a plan kind of thing, would you want to take a look at it? So that is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And hey, I am so sorry it is so late. This has been a very busy day for me. But for those of you that have not met me, my name is Anna Olson. I am a coach and mentor teaching small business owners how to use video in marketing their business on social media. So, staying focused when working from home, it can be a real challenge sometimes just to stay focused. I know in the past I had that too many things going on, too many things, trying to get too many things done. And it actually caused me to not get very much done at all. So let's just go through and talk about the tips that I have for staying focused and getting as much done as you can each day. So, first of all, and some of these things I've just learned by doing. I mean, it really, know yourself. Know yourself. That's tip number one. Know yourself. Oh, and by the way, if you're joining me live, please let me know you're there. Join the conversation. Tell me what is valuable. I'll be asking some questions throughout the time too. But if you're watching the replay, please comment in. Tell me what was what you found to be valuable, and I will have a conversation with you at that point. But back to tip number one: know yourself. When I first, I was told that I should set up a DMO. I should set up or a schedule my different tasks on my calendar, and I went ahead and did that. And I very quickly found out that it doesn't work for me to be writing posts or writing blog posts or writing in emails or anything from 3 to 4 in the afternoon. That just doesn't work for me. I am the most creative when it comes to writing in the morning. So you kind of got to know what works for you and what doesn't. So are you a morning person that gets a lot done in the morning, or are you a late evening person that gets more done in the late evening? I am definitely a morning person. So my hardest tasks or my more challenging tasks have to be done in the morning. I know that about myself. So then I set everything up accordingly. I set up my schedule accordingly. Okay. Tip number 2 is to make a list. List out. I work really well with a list, and this works for me. So if there's something that doesn't work for you, obviously adjust and make sure it works for you. But for me, I like to work off of a list, and it is so satisfying when I can check things off that list as I get them done. And sometimes, I know in the past, I always felt like, why make a list? Why not just do it? Well, it takes time to make a list, but it's still, for me, it works best to make a list and then work off that list, because the satisfaction I get from working off that list really helps me to stay focused and get things done. Creating yourself a workspace. I know when I first got started, I would just sit at the kitchen counter or at the dining room table, and that was not conducive for me to get things done. I needed to create a space in the house where I have an office, or I have maybe an office, but also, if you don't have an office, have a space set aside for your workspace. Somewhere where you're not interrupted from other people. And I know that can be challenging for some people. I have plenty of room in my house, and I have a nice office at this point, but it didn't have at the beginning. So I know what it's like to not have But as much as you can, create yourself a working space. So anyway, number 4 is create a daily mode of operation. So again, create a daily mode of operation. Create what you're going to daily. What are some of the non-negotiables? What are some things that you have to get done? You must get them done in your mind for your business. Get those on that list. That's your daily list. And then if you have time, then you can add other things into it. You know, and sometimes items, I mean, writing a blog, I don't tell myself I have to write this blog today. It's on the list. It has to be done today. That's not how I work. If I do blog writing for so long, for so many minutes or so many, for an hour maybe. And if I don't get it all done that day, I can go back to it the next day. So some items are longer and they take longer. So you have to be realistic about that. And then, of course, number 5 is limit your social media consumption. At all costs, avoid scrolling on social media or watching TikToks forever. That is a time suck like none other. Number 6 is create a calendar. Know what you want to get done each month. This is by the month, a monthly calendar. And put on there what you want to get done. And then evaluate each week. Did you get done what you wanted to? What worked for you? And the evaluation process is to, at the end of the week, list 3 things that worked for you, 2 things that did not work, and 1 thing that you might do differently next week so you get done what you expected to get done. Number 7 is to take breaks. You know, I find myself, sometimes I sit down at 8 o'clock in the morning and all of a sudden it's noon. And it's like, oh my gosh, I have to move. You got to move your body. You got to give your brain a little bit of a break. So taking breaks, regrouping and refreshing is so important to stay focused, to staying focused. And then, number 8 is to make sure you exercise. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's whatever makes sense for you. I like to go walking in the morning. I'm an early morning walker, and I do have a walking buddy, and we walk, you know, over 3 miles each morning. So it is just so important for exercise, for meditation, maybe personal development, reading, whatever that means for you. You want to, I would highly suggest something in your day, because it's going to help you grow, and it's going to help you grow your business, which is the ultimate goal. So I hope that you got some value out of this, and that let me know what was valuable to you, and let me know if you have any questions. I would appreciate it, and I will be happy to go more in depth into these if you would like. Anyway, that's what I have for you this evening. We'll talk to you all again on Wednesday. Have a great one.